Shalom, family. Pray all is well with the righteous, those that keep the Most High's commandments, those that truly dig into His Word to find out exactly what we are and are not to do. Okay, we're back. We've come out of Babylon translation series. And this time we're dealing with Jeremiah 51 and 50. Again, some of these translations are not accurate, as I said on the first one. They're not accurate, and what we do, we pick the ones that agree with the scripture. And if we have to remove a word, exchange a word, then that's what we will do, because it's good, but you just put something in there that's wrong. And so this is what we're doing here, and we're doing this so that people will see beyond a shadow of a doubt what the Father is saying to us. And how is it? All these different translations, they're pretty much saying the same thing. They're not far from the KJV and the New KJV. They're right there with it. You see, you can make a statement. You can make a statement, say it in a different way, and it still means the same thing. You will still get the same meaning. Come out of her, my people. Leave from that place. See, these are different ways of saying same. It's saying come out. So we're going back with Jeremiah 51 and 50. My people, you escaped death. Somebody escaped death when Jerusalem fell. When Jerusalem fell, we had to flee. This is what happened. This is why we're here. Now you live far from home. All right, you people in these scattered lands. How did this happen? How did you get scattered in the lands of your captivity? And now your master is not the one that the Most High placed over you. He gave you into the hands of your enemies. He placed real Kadash, righteous leaders over us. We didn't want this. And now you live far from home. But you should trust me. Most High, look, this goes right in line with rest of the verses. We should trust him. He said when he says a thing, it won't return to him void. That's what he's simply saying. You should trust me. But you know our people, we're not going to trust him. And think about Jerusalem. Leave Babylon. Don't stay. Can it get any clearer? Is this physical? See, no one else should come to Yahuah is One channel asking if they hadn't seen these series. They're going to get these series. But they shouldn't be asking, is this physical or spiritual? Or should we just come out of her ways? Once they go through half of the series, they're going to understand it's beyond a shadow of a doubt. Any leader from this point forward talking about his spiritual, you have to know he's a madman. He's gone. Go. Go, you who escaped the sword. Go. He's saying go. This is a verb. This calls for actions. It's time to go. When you go somewhere, I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to go to the beach. The beach is 200 miles from my home. That's cause for action. Or I can stay home. Say the Most High, he going to give me a vacation. He going to take me. He said he going to take me. Go. You who escaped the sword, don't stand and watch. We got people standing around watching. They're standing around watching. And we see you in the comment sections. When this thing go down, they know it's about to go down. I'm going to have my popcorn. That's like people in Sodom and Gomorrah say, when this thing go down, I'm going to have my popcorn. These people are delusional. They're gone. Flee while you can. Flee while you can? Yeah. You got a chance to flee? You better flee while you can. Remember, this thing has to be done in haste. See, we got that with the last message, and we're going to continue to see that. It doesn't end. The Most High made us to do this thing quickly. We're in the time of of the Passat. When they left out, how did they leave out? In haste, quickly. We don't understand the people that actually went through this experience. And you can read in the Torah and in throughout the Psalms that the Most High got them out, gathered them out, led them out. But they got up and left themselves on foot. So you have to flee while you can, and remember Yahuah in the midst of fleeing while you can. Remember the Most High. Babylon must fall. Must? It's not a maybe. It's not a might. Babylon must fall. It's been spoken. Compensation for the war dead in Yasharal. Babylon is guilty for the slaying of Most High's people. We don't want to hold her. Watch this. Most of us don't want to hold her in contempt. You know, give her a free pass. America's not Babylon. It's those people over there in Saudi Arabia. As a matter of fact, Mecca. It's those people in Mecca. That's Babylon. That's where we were carried captivity? Really? That's where we were slain? Listen, one thing about these translations, they go into the dead and how our people are being killed in her. We can't ignore this fact. We already got rid of Mecca and the other place they like to say, the Vatican. We've shown the population, our people ain't being murdered over there. They don't even have, their last murders in the 80s, 90s. They don't have murder. You wouldn't know anything about that because it's not on the mainstream news. You only know what they put out on the mainstream news, and that's not good. Do your research. Babylon must fall. Compensation for the war dead in Yasharal. Babylonians will be killed. Oh, this thing is spiritual. Don't worry, you come out spiritually. He gonna kill them spiritually. Babylonians will be killed because of all the Babylonian killing. See, you're gonna notice this. These translations go into the killings. The KJV and the new KG, they be saying, you know, things like for the slain. And then people miss the slain. Because we don't use slain. We use murder, killings. It was a murder. There was another shooting. There was another murder. This was my cousin died from a shooting. So Babylonian killed us. And now the Most High, this is the vengeance the Most High told us about. But you exiles, we exiles, who have escaped a Babylonian death, get out. There are some exiles who will escape the Babylonian death. This is calling it. Now, again, this is something, we don't speak like this. You got to go through a Babylonian death? Yeah, our people are going through a Babylonian death. They call it black on black crime. The police said, oh, he was reaching for something. I thought he had a gun. Get out and get out fast. Look at this. Uh-oh. I told you. This thing meant for us when we came out of Mitzrayim. It's Passat time. I know. People don't understand what it's all about. We see it. It's evident. See, what we do, we go into it and we dissect it and we find out the meaning of it. Our people's in the land of their captivity, they don't know the meaning of the Passat. It's evident. We see what you're doing. Oh, you're not doing what he told us to do. Get out and get out fast. Remember, Yahuah in your long and distant exile. So our people knew the Most High was going to visit us. The ones that were in the land, they knew this was written. They knew it wasn't for them. They could tell you in the future, we're going to be scattered in all the world, serving our enemies, serving another mighty one, wood and stone. We're going to do it for years. The Most High going to abandon us. And then He's going to visit the people. They're going to wake up, and they're going to wake up to come out of her, my people. They in the land, they knew this prophecy, this future, far distant prophecy. They're like, it ain't for us. We in the land. Keep Jerusalem alive in your memory. You who have not been killed by the sword. We got many people in Babylon. They've been killed by the sword. The sword is a weapon. Today, there are not many that's killed by the sword. Of course, we have cuttings. This is on a rise now in Babylon. People are still cutting. That was an old thing. We exchange swords for guns, weapon. Guns is the thing now. And so our people been gunned down. And the real killings, they ends up on local news, not national news. When it ends up on national news, look out. Look out. They can ready to do something with this. All our family members that's been murdered that we know of, they don't end up on national news. And the family members that do end up, watch this. They end with it. They get the same lawyers. Y'all don't see what's going on? They using the same lawyers. You mean all these ones that was gunned down, they got the same lawyer? What is this? They're gunned down in different states, but they're using the same lawyer? They can't even write the script right. It's easy to see through that madness. So we have some people they haven't been killed. You listen to this video, you haven't been killed by the sword yet. Go. Do not stay. Remember Yahuah from far away and think of Jerusalem. You stay. You vulnerable to be killed. Get out. Look at this next one. Get out. All you who have escaped the sword, do not stand and watch. Don't be talking about you going to get your popcorn. You standing and watching. Flee while you can. This is telling us we need to flee while we can. Man, my family and I, we just got what's in the Bible in the New KJV translation. Man, if we would have got all of this, we would have known the urgency. But of course, I had to pray to the Most High to give me a time when to come out. I saw what was coming. He showed a lot of us what is coming. Remember Yahuah. Though you are in a far off land, and think of your home in Jerusalem. We don't think of our home. We don't care nothing about it. You who escaped the blade, which is the sword, which is the guns, you who escaped the guns must get out now. You haven't been murdered yet. You better get out of there before you get murdered. See, that's the results of living in Babylon. You take a chance on getting murdered. Don't delay. Don't put off. Oh, I'm going to come out, but I'm going to come out 6 months from now. Most High didn't even give us 6 months. I'm going to come out next year sometime. I'm going to come out next year. Don't delay. That's a delay. I'm not ready to come out. I don't have all my ducks in order. Man, you better go in deep prayer with the Most High, cry out to him, and get your ducks in order. Remember me in that distant land far from our home. He wanted us away from that place. First, he wanted to get us away from him. So he sent us to a far distant land. Remember the eternal. And think fondly of Jerusalem. You escaped of the sword. Now we're talking about the escaped. You escaped of the sword. Go on. Stand not. Remember. You better remember Yahuah afar. And let Jerusalem come up on your heart. Now, you have to answer the question. Is this talking about we have to come out of her ways? It didn't say come out of her ways. Did it say come out spiritually? It didn't say come out spiritually. That's called adding to and taking away from his word. And this is what the leaders will do. They will add to his word and they will take away from his word to keep you still so that you can go down with her.